Hello, it's Charlotte, and in today's vlog I will be opening a book every day in July. This book calendar was kindly gifted to me by my friends, and if you missed part 1 where I opened days 1 to 14, go back and watch that one and then come back to this one because then I will be opening days 15 to 31. I'll be uploading much more bookish themed content in the next couple of months, especially as we head into spooky season, so please like, comment and subscribe to see more videos if this is your kind of thing. I'd wanted to read this collection of essays and speeches for a really long time. I always used to see it on the counters at Waterstones or other bookshops, and I was just super curious about it. Good evening. It is day 16 and 17. I missed a day yesterday because I was in the office and I was working. I mean, I work every day, but yeah. So today we get to open 2. So I'm really looking forward to sharing those with you. 16. Is that going to focus? Can you see the little bats? So she is a very light, skinny girl. This is I think it's quite a cult horror thriller, and I see it a lot in bookshops, especially in Waterstones. And every time I see it, I think it looks so nice. It's really matte and just simplistic, and like it's just called They. Like that gives you no idea what's going to happen. On the back, it is described as a masterwork of English pastoral horror, as eerie and bewitching as a dark rose. What does that tell us about it? I remember really enticing me. It said, "This is Britain, but not as we know it. They are coming closer. They begin with a dead dog, shadowy footsteps, and confiscated books. Soon the National Gallery is purged. Eerie towers survey the coast. Savage mobs stalk the countryside, destroying artworks and those who resist." The second one, 17. This one's bigger and chunkier, and that doesn't guarantee quality, but I wonder what it is. So you can really see there's like, it's a hardback and there's like these gold details on the artwork. Oh, you really wanted this. Oh, it's so cute. So it's Wildiana, and it's a collective works, quotes, literary bits and pieces to do with Oscar Wilde, a compendium of previously ungathered anecdotes, epigrams, asides, and accounts. So I'm really looking forward to this because I love Oscar Wilde. I'm not really talking much about this because I'm just staring at it and thinking how far up my TBR I'm going to boost it, because I want to start it sooner rather than later. Good afternoon, welcome to my garden. It is scorching today, and for the UK that is like 26, 27 degrees. So I shouldn't even be wearing a long sleeve top out here, but anyway. So this is number 18. Medium sized. I think it's a paperback, no chunky edges. I thought by now I would be better at guessing what books were, but also guessing what my friends would pick for me. And it's been a real mix. I thought they would go super just thriller, death, murder, true crimey, and they haven't. They've actually explored other areas of literature that they know I enjoy. So there's been some lit fic, there's been some poetry, there's been some non-fiction, and I've just been so firstly so deeply appreciative of all of what has gone into creating the calendar, but also I've just felt so seen and understood, and like my tastes are quite eclectic and strange, and sometimes very specific with what I like to read. And I feel like perhaps some of the books you've seen me open so far do actually reflect that, so that's nice, I think, for the viewer to get to know me as a reader too, you'll see. Can't believe there's only 12 or 13 more days of this, if that. It says there's a body. I really like Ruth. I just think she writes really good, easy to read, super bingeable thrillers. Everyone wanted her life, someone wanted her dead. Because if a killer wasn't a stranger, could it be someone she knows? Hannah found April's body 10 years ago, and it was Hannah who didn't question what she saw that day. Did her testimony put an innocent man in prison? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Hello, welcome to day 19. I'm in the garden. Again, it is 32 degrees, which is so rare in England. I think my friend read this and recommended it to me, and she was one of the creators of this book calendar. This sounds so good. It's giving me very Naomi Alderman The Power vibes. The artwork is so cool and sharp. It's very modern. If I was in a bookstore, I would gravitate towards this kind of cover. Today's artwork is perfectly creepy and cute. Look at those little like goblin bats, maybe? I've realised a lot of them I just opened down here on my lap, and in some of the clips that I've been reviewing, all you see is me staring downward, and then you hear a rustling and a book appears. So from one tear, I can tell what it is because it's an Arden edition, which I love. This is a copy of Macbeth. I had mentioned to my other half and my friends that I really wanted some new editions because my copies from uni are trashed and the margins are tiny, and I wanted to reread a lot of Shakespeare's works and transfer like my years of study, especially like my postgrad work. I really want to transfer it across, so I wanted some new copies. It does have quite an excessive amount of annotation and footnoting, but that's really, I open this, I'm gonna break this spine. You can see how much is text versus how much is extra marginalia. But also, there's a good amount of, for the little annotations and the things that you want to make personally, I find that a good amount of margin space to drop those in. It's one of my favourite plays. I've read it so many times, but I would really like to read it without essays and deadlines and academic pressures. Hello, it is day 21. We are going to open a book. I love The Simpsons. Questions about all the characters, and there's quizzes. It's just quizzes and quizzes and quizzes. I think I'm going to resign from my job and just do this forever and ever until I learn all of them, until I know the most. So cool, and such a curveball, like getting a quiz book as part of like the book TBR birthday calendar. Good afternoon, it is day 22 and we've got a book to open. Oh, it's knotted. I have not read any Celia Ahern. Is that how you pronounce it? Rosie and Alex, best friends or soulmates? My friend said to me this was one of her all-time favourite childhood books and really loved it. And she was like, I think we were talking about like favourite YA books or the books you read kind of in school that are really formative for you. And she said this was one of those. So I'm excited to read this. Also because this would not normally be something that I would pick up. So I'm interested to try something different because I don't read, I don't know, is it a drama? Is it a romance? Is it kind of, is it a heartwarming, completely absorbing tale of love and friendship? So there are a couple of days in this vlog in which I won't be face to face on camera, and that's because July was a really atrocious month for my health overall. I had COVID for a couple of weeks and then a couple of other things that sprung up, and I just didn't feel like I could be on camera. It was not good, and this particular book that I'm opening today was maybe one of my favourites actually, if not my favourite. I really love the writing of Laura Ingalls Wilder, and I've started reading biographies and works about her and just wanting to learn more about that particular period of history that she's from. And this is such a gorgeous book and I can't wait to read it. And despite this month not being great health-wise, I still wanted to make sure I was practicing the habit of filming something for my channel every day as part of my book calendar. And I'm proud of myself in the small victory that I managed to do this. I managed to film myself just recording these clips of opening books and being in front of the camera or behind it every day for 31 days. And that was a small personal triumph for me. Is a horror novel that I have seen on BookTok, on BookTube, and a lot of like the sub-horror community in the book world, and I wanted to read this forever, and by forever I mean probably a year or so. It's not that old at all. On this particular day, I lost the footage for the recording of me opening this book, which I was gutted about. It's the only time it happened to me in the 31 days that I did this. So, but this is meant to be a good thriller, and the woman who is the protagonist wakes up from hospital with amnesia, and it all goes from there. So fingers crossed it's good. I know what this is. This is a horror novel that I was super excited about. I saw at least 2 book girlies in the horror subgenre of BookTube recommend this. So I'm going to read to you what I saw the other book girlies say, which is literally the first couple of lines of the blurb, and that's what got me, but also this cover. Like, I know we're not meant to buy books based on cover, but... So this says, an unnamed narrator comes to in a basement, tied to a chair, a man looming over them. Someone has a knife. She emerges from her captivity into a mysterious and nightmarish city, searching for meaning in her new reality. What does this mean? What? It says a powerful debut novel. I'm so sorry. A powerful debut novel. Supplication is a hallucinatory literary horror set deep in the consciousness of a woman exploring a changed and frightening world. With this being matte, and then can you see there's like the gloss from the blood or slime or whatever it is dripping? If I do that, oh, like that's a perfect horror cover for me. 27 is a doubler. Also, this book is massive. Look at the size of this one. It feels like floppy. Let's just open it. Day 27. Which one should we open first? I feel like I want to open the big one first. read any Emily Henry, and I'm not a big romance girly, but this one I see everywhere, and I wanted something wholesome and feel good and romantic based for summer, because I feel like these are the sort of books that are easy reading and feel good and perfect for when you've got time off. So I was like, yes, yes, yes. This is a really nice copy. Like, it's big, I don't know if you can tell, but it's also got like a really nice flop. Yeah. I swear we'll find out. Oh, they have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Wonderful. The dichotomy between these two books perfectly represent my reading tastes, but it's Hazlitt's Pleasure of Hating. I think it's largely one extended essay. It's one extended essay, and I think it's satire, or it's very tongue-in-cheek. Like, I think it's, from what I remember reading a blurb about it, because there's not one on here, it's self-aware in the sense that this is being quite playful. I love this just for this particular edition. These are the Great Ideas series, I think. Penguin Books, yeah, Penguin Books Great Ideas. And I've got a couple of this series, and they've got ones like, is it Why I Spend Money on Books and Cigarettes, that Orwell wrote, and On Friendship by Montaigne, and there's a couple of other really like iconic kind of essays, thought pieces. Really nice way to learn more about an author without dipping into like a big work. Present critical ideas in like a little microcosm of a book, so that you get just like a flavour of their writing style or the subject matter that they enjoy writing and engaging in.
Today's book was something I had wanted to read, I think, since I'd been in university, and this particular book and the author, they were at the forefront of kind of Anglo-American feminist works and writers and activists, and she's someone who I'd studied briefly and had always been keen to read more about. I feel, and I always hear, that she is essential reading. So I was super happy to have some Betty Friedan to delve into.
It is day 29 and we've only got a couple of days left. I can see it's a Grisham from his little author picture down here. Ooh. I haven't read this one yet, which is also great because he has so many that could have been chosen. So he's, I think I talked about him earlier because two of the YA books of his were in one of the days, and this is his normal kind of material. So this came from Richard Booth's. This was from one of the bookshops in Hay-on-Wye, which is the book town in Wales. The blurb says, Lacey Stoltz is an investigator into judicial corruption. She never expected to be in the firing line until she met Gray Myers. Myers knows a whistleblower who has dirt on a female judge in league with organised crime. Now Myers wants Lacey to start an investigation. In doing so, she will put herself firmly in the sights of the killers. This says one of Grisham's best. So these are legal thrillers, and I love them, and they're perfect for summer as well because they're very compelling and fast-paced. We're going to open the penultimate book. I can't believe this is over. Open it. Ooh, I don't know this one. The Taxidermist's Daughter. Look at that cover. I love black and gold, if you cannot tell, is very much my aesthetic. And oh, I love a gold accent. Straight away I'm getting historical fiction, maybe historical lit fic. I haven't read any Kate Moss, so I don't really know much about her. I don't know if this is like a typical genre. What does it say? 1912, a Sussex churchyard. Villagers gather on the night when the ghosts of those who will not survive the coming year are thought to walk. And in the shadows,
a woman lies dead. As the floodwaters rise, Connie Gifford is marooned in a decaying house with her increasingly tormented father. He drinks to escape the past, but an accident has robbed her of the most significant child memories.
So this is the final day of the book calendar, and this book is so thick and so heavy. I had no idea what it could have been. And the copy of this book that you're about to see is phenomenal. It has special sprayed edges and artwork, and this is another one I'd seen online talked about so much, and this super special edition is wonderful. I would never have expected to receive something like this, and these sprayed edges are black like the whole cover is, and it's a really beautiful and unique specimen of a book. I'm so delighted to have this. I have only read Yellowface by this author, and I can't wait to read this and learn more about her writing. If you've made it this far, I just want to thank you for watching and being with me for 31 days of opening books. It's been one of the best times of my life, and also a special thank you to my friends and partner that made this possible. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.